Hola mis queridos estudiantes de español y bienvenido a mi canal. Hello my lovely students and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, consider to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss your next Spanish lesson. Also, follow me on other social media on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter, where I upload some resources for Spanish lessons. In today's lesson, I'm going to discuss some basics of Spanish grammar that you must know as a beginner learner of Spanish language. So the first thing that we're going to have a look at is gender. So all the nouns in Spanish language have a gender, as well as all the adjectives. Now, it is very important for you to know what gender is a noun that you're using in a sentence, because adjectives or demonstratives that you're going to use next to the noun have to agree in gender with the noun. So if you don't know the gender of the noun, you will be using incorrect form of an adjective or a demonstrative. All the nouns in Spanish language are either masculine or feminine. So there are just only basically two options. And it's quite easy for some of the words to know whether they're masculine or feminine. So if you are unsure about whether the noun is a masculine or feminine, make sure that you consult the dictionary, because next to a noun there will be an information between the parentheses saying what gender it is. So it will be M, short for masculine, or F, short for feminine. One simple rule to know is that if a word refers to a man, like naming un hombre, a man, un chico, a boy, un joven, a young man, then it will be a masculine gender. If a word is referring to a woman, like una mujer, a woman, una chica, a girl, it will be feminine. So it is important for you to learn the endings of the word when you are trying to remember whether the word is a feminine or a masculine. I have a few tips for you. If a word ends with an O, like in the word conejo, which means rabbit, it's a masculine. If it ends with a or, like calor, hotness, then it is masculine as well. But if the word ends with an A, like una casa, a house, it's a feminine. If it ends with sion or sion, like una canción, pasión, it's a feminine. So if it ends with dad, like calidad, D-A-D, it's also a feminine word. However, there are also some exceptions which we are going to discuss in another lesson. The second thing that I would like to discuss with you as forming a basic knowledge of Spanish grammar is how to form plural. So how to form a plural from a noun. So similar to in English, plural in Spanish is usually formed by adding an S to an end of the word. So for example, if we have a word chico, un chico, a boy, to make it plural, it would be unos chicos, chicos, boys. So simply add an S at the end. The same way goes with any feminine nouns like una chica, a girl. In plural, that would be unas chicas, girls. So if a noun ends with a vowel, then we simply have to add an S at the end of their singular form. However, if the noun ends with a consonant, then it is slightly different. To make it plural, we have to add an ES. So for example, canción, a song, in plural would be canciones. So we need to add ES at the end. The third category that I would like to have a look at with you is adjectives and adverbs. As we know, that is really important for you to know how to form adjectives and how to use them correctly in a sentence, as well as how to form adverbs, just to make your sentences a bit more interesting, right? So the adjectives is the first category that we're going to have a look at now. The most important information for you to remember is that every adjective has to agree with the noun in gender and the number. So for example, if we have a noun that is a singular and masculine, like un chico, and you would like to describe it, give it a bit more extra information, adding an adjective next to it, you would need to use an adjective that it is masculine and singular as well. So for example, if you want to say it is a tall boy, you would need to say un chico alto. So alto is an adjective which is a masculine adjective ending with an O, and also it is a singular adjective. And remember, difference is that adjective in Spanish language actually comes after the noun. So instead of saying un alto chico, you need to say un chico alto. And now let's have a look at the endings of the adjectives. Now the most common ending for masculine adjective is O. So like in our example that I discussed previously, it's alto, un chico alto, un chico guapo, un chico simpático. So all these adjectives actually ends with O. Of course, there are some exceptions that I'm going to mention later on. The most common ending for a feminine adjective is A. For example, una chica alta, una chica guapa, y una chica simpática. So you can see that I'm using the same adjectives, it's just the difference is that masculine adjectives like alto, guapo, and simpático ends with O, and feminine adjectives like alta, guapa, simpática ends with A. To form a plural form of an adjective, you need to simply add an S at the end. Like for example, unos chicos altos, unos chicos guapos, unos chicos simpáticos. So the ending is OS for masculine plural. And if you want to form a feminine plural adjective, it would be unas chicas altas, unas chicas guapas, y unas chicas simpáticas. So it will be AS at the end. I would like to just emphasize again that the word order in Spanish language is a bit different from English. So the adjective goes after the noun. In English you would say a tall boy, which literally would translate as un alto chico. But this is not how you say it in Spanish. You need to use a different word order. So first of all, you need to say noun, which is un chico, and only after that, you need to use the adjective alto, un chico alto, a tall boy. But of course, there are always some exceptions. So for example, the quantitative adjectives like primero, segundo, when you're saying the first or second, es primera casa, es mi primer marido, it's my first house, it's my first husband, then you will need to actually use a same word order like in English language. So the quantitative adjectives are the ones that go in front of the noun. The other thing that I would like you to know is that some of the adjectives, for example, the ones that end with ista, like egoísta or hable, amable, actually stay the same for feminine and masculine. And the last category that I would like to discuss with you, the fourth category, are adverbs. So adverbs are the ones that are actually making your sentences a bit more interesting as you're conveying more detailed information about what you're trying to say. Most of the adverbs in Spanish language derive from adjectives. So for example, you have an adjective rápido, un coche rápido, a fast car. No, rápido, fast, can be converted into an adverb, which is actually rápidamente. So you need to add mente at the end of the adjective to make it an adverb. Or another example could be un tren lento. Lento is an adjective which says slow. And to make it an adverb, we need to add mente at the end, which will be lentamente. And remember that adverbs usually describe the actions, how you are doing something, whether adjectives give a bit more information about the nouns, so whether it is an object or a subject that you are talking about. Okay, so on this note, I'm going to finish our lesson. This is the first part of the series of the Spanish basic grammar, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss your next Spanish grammar lesson. If you like the content, don't forget to hit the like button, and of course follow me on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter to get free resources, to get free Spanish resources created just for you so that you can learn Spanish language. Hasta la próxima, hasta luego, adiós.